I had the friends a few years ago, 70 people that were applying for one house. It was crazy,
That's
right?
insane.
With pre-construction, just one shot, right?
One shot, you get your slot.
Your slot, right?
Jermaine Hines from Matrix Mortgage Global, and we got here Danny from Century 21 Leading Edge. How's it going, Danny?
Good. How are you, my friend?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good to see you.
The condo market downtown is hot, so how can you be able to show our investors the best condo to buy?
Right, that's a good question. Lots of my clients always ask these things. So first of all, you need to know what kind of location you wanted. Then you figure out the builder, which is very, very important. Before you buy anything, you always have to understand if the builder has good familiarity with the construction and history. It's very, very important. Once we know that, then we figure out the price and the square feet, right? And then between me and you, that's what we do all the time with our client. We figure out the strategy.
Yes.
And there are so many strategies out there, right?
Definitely, 100%.
We always keep in touch, what's going on, why we do this, how we do that, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. And then also, we're here also to educate our clients so they can get familiar. And then any question, just write it down something, and then we're happy to answer you back.
So what would we have to do in order to get into pre-construction?
Very good. We have to prepare, obviously. The more we are prepared, and sooner and quickly we are able and have the ability to go in. Because basically that's what happened. When the builder says, okay, next week, in 2 weeks, at certain time, we're going to open a portal, we have to be ready. So we have to have all the documentation that we needed, or the builder request. And once we log in, then first person is going to be served. So we have to make sure that we have at least 90% of sure that we can get that option, right?
But how are we so sure that, this builder won't flop? Because we've had a lot of those issues in Toronto where some builders, they can't complete the project.
Correct. And that's what I say before. It's very important to understand the history of the builder, right? You have to be familiar, you have to have some credit, and that's how we establish also the VIP correlation of trust. So if there is not that trust, if we know there is some history that doesn't work well, we don't get along with the builder for sure. Yeah.
Okay, nice. That's good. So in order for my clients to, the ones that I've already got pre-approved, how can they bypass all these bidding war stuff? We need them to get on your VIP list, is that correct?
Sure. So as I said before, we have to be prepared. So it's good to have a waiting list, right? So we organize that, and the people, they send us an email and they tell us specifically what they're looking for, the time frame, and then our agent's gonna call you back, and then we figure out on the details, all these things. And then we set up a meeting, and then we go from there.
Okay, nice. Is there any advantage with downtown pre-construction condos compared to other pre-construction condos outside of the GTA?
Right, that's another good question. Obviously, you always have to check the market, the area, and usually for investor, usually they look for houses, how many houses, the index of the houses, if there are hospitals, there are schools, parking, and jobs, that kind of stuff. If there is also Amazon building, or there is some tech company around, right? So you got at least the first hundreds and hundreds of people, so it's easy to rent. So that's why from a standpoint of an investor, it's very important to understand that. And so your question is downtown. Downtown is pretty big. There are so many entity and people they work with, and with so many other things, so it's easy to rent.
We spoke about downtown, so which cities outside of Toronto that we can have our investors, let's just say, focus on?
Sure. For sure, the first thing I would say that, we have the east side of Toronto that is going to become very, very, very popular. And as soon everybody starts to find out that, the market is a little bit tight to buy something in Toronto, they're going to move right away to east side. So the faster you move it, and easier will be just to invest and raise your equity, right, for your capital. So another question that I want to ask you, since we're here and we have lots of people probably going to ask all this question, what they have to do to be organized in terms of the pre-approval?
So to get organized in order to buy a pre-construction, we obviously need to go through the pre-approval process. If they're planning to buy in January, I say we at least need minimum 3 to 6 months to properly prepare your finances in order to get that pre-approval and to get the money in the right accounts so that we can get you ready to purchase your investment property.
Right, but we're talking about just a normal process, or we talk about something more strategical, right? So for example, I have some clients on the 65, almost retired, but has lots of cash in RSP, for example. And the bank told me that you cannot touch it because you're gonna pay a lot of tax. Do we have a strategy for that?
So there is a strategy for using your RSP income.
But we're gonna tell next time, so you gotta wait.
So listen, in terms of using your RSP for a deposit, you can check out my other video on Instagram or YouTube. My Instagram page is funded by Heinz, and you can check out that video so you can know how to use your down payment, your RSP as a down payment. So I'm Jermaine Hines from Matrix Mortgage. You can contact me at 647-998-2767. That's my personal line, or you can DM me at Funded by Heinz.
Very good. And if you need any question for pre-construction and VIP, you can contact me. I'm Daniele Sica, real estate agent and investor. My phone number is 647-863-3078. We're going to write down everything below in case you miss it. And please follow me on my social media, on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Okay, see you soon. Ciao.